Welcome back to the program. I am constantly getting emails and questions from good people asking me, how is all this legal? How could the government be allowed to take over health care? There are limited, delegated, and discrete powers of Congress in the Constitution. Stay with me on this and take a quick look at them. This is directly from the Constitution itself. The Congress shall have the power to lay and collect taxes, to pay debts, to provide for the common defense and the general welfare of the United States of America as a country, to borrow money, to regulate commerce with foreign nations and among the several states and with the Indian tribes, to establish a uniform rule of naturalization, to coin money and regulate its value, to provide for the punishment of counterfeiting money and securities, to establish post offices, to promote the progress of science and useful arts, to constitute courts inferior to the Supreme Court, to define and punish piracies on the high seas, to declare war, to raise and support armies, to provide and maintain a navy, to make rules for the government and the regulation of the Army and the Navy, to provide for the calling forth of a militia, to provide for organizing, arming, and disciplining the militia, to exercise exclusive authority in all cases over the District of Columbia, and to make all laws which shall be necessary and proper for carrying into execution the foregoing powers. That is it. These are the limited, delegated, discrete powers that the Constitution gives to the Congress. So how can the government take over health care and still comply with the Constitution? President Obama wants to control the salaries of private businesses, change the provisions of private contracts, nationalize insurers and auto manufacturers, and dictate to every person in the land what his or her medical choices shall be. This is theft of liberty and theft of property. Is freedom a reality or a myth? Are the rights guaranteed in the Constitution real or just a pretense? Wasn't the Constitution written to define and to restrain the government? As Supreme Court Justice William O. Douglas once said, to keep the government off our backs? If the answers to these questions are no longer obvious, it is because we now have a federal government whose only self-acknowledged limitation is whatever it can get away with. There you have it. From New York, defending freedom and your constitutional rights guaranteed. Good night, America.